Hello children, I am Sumati madam. I am going to teach social study for standard 5 students. Lesson 2 Maths. So children, take out your book, page number 9. In the last lesson, the lesson 1, we have discussed about the globe. And you all know the globe is a small model of the earth, and geographers have developed different means of representing the earth on a smaller scale. So, two important tools which are used for this purpose are globe and maps. About globe we have already discussed. In this chapter we will see there are some problems in the globe. These are called several shortcomings. It is difficult to carry a globe around from one place to another because of its size. Secondly, it is not possible to see all the parts of the earth's surface at the same time. We have to turn the globe again to see other parts. Third, it cannot be so detailed information. To get detailed information, we will have to make huge globe, which is very difficult to carry and read. So, to avoid these problems, we normally use maps instead of a globe. In this lesson, we will learn about why we prefer using map to globes, what are maps, the different kinds of maps, the elements of maps, direction, scale and symbol. Here's did you know, put tick mark. Turn the next page. Did you know, tick mark. Now we'll see what is a map. A map is a drawing of the earth surface on a flat surface such as sheet of paper. But a piece of paper cannot show the exact shape and size of the earth as it flat, but the earth is spherical in shape, all of you know. So there are some errors in the shape and size of land masses in maps. Now we'll see the different type of maps. Maps can be drawn to show the whole world, a single continent, a country, a city, our neighborhood, and even our school. And these all what I have told about the continent, country, world map, map of India, it can be drawn in any size, either in smaller or bigger. The larger area covered by a map, the more will be the errors in it. If the map of our neighborhood or our school or any small area, there is no any error. But a map of India or a map of the world will have errors because they cover very large area, that you remember. I will show you one map, the map of the world. In the next page, page 12. See, this is the map of the world. Here you see North America, South America, Africa, Asia, Europe, Australia, and oceans also given. So this is the map of the world. But the map of the world is drawn on a less than half a page. So there will be error. A wall map of the world can be several times in size and shows many more details. And it can be rolled up and or folded and carried. A book of map is called atlas, underline. If you have atlas at home, you see the atlas and you can find various places like continents, countries, cities. So we'll see several types of maps. These are, first is political map, secondly physical map, the map growing crops or minerals found in various places, map showing rainfall in different areas, map showing roads, railways and airline routes. So political map is what? Map showing boundaries of the countries and states and different cities, that is political map. Physical map, that is it's showing natural features of the land such as mountain, river and plains. Map showing crops grown in different areas, map showing minerals found in various places, map showing rainfall in different areas. So like this. Now we'll see the elements of a map. Maps consist of certain elements, and the important elements are direction, scale, color and symbol. What is the use of these elements? The elements are used to give different bits of information about the map and area it covers. Remember about the map and the area it covers. So we have to understand these elements first, then you can study the map well. The first and important element, that is direction. As you all know, there are 4 directions: north, south, east and west. Usually maps are drawn with north at the top. Maps indicate north with an arrow mark N. If you know where north lies, it is easy to find south, east and west. Remember, if you know north where it is, then it is very easy for you to find south, east and west. If north is at the top, then south is at the bottom, east is to the right and west to the left. I will show you here. You see that map: north, top, south, down, east, right side, west, left side. In between north and west, northwest. In between south and west, southwest. In between north and east, northeast. In between south and east, southeast. Hope you all can understand about the directions. Now, second element, that is scale. A map rarely shows the actual distance between places, because distance are shrunk so that the area being mapped can be fitted on a piece of paper. To be able to do this accurately, maps are drawn to a scale. The scale of a map is what? Is the ratio between distance shown on the map and the actual distance on the ground. So the scale of a map is the ratio between distance shown on the map and the actual distance on the ground. For example, the actual distance between 2 cities may be 100 km, but on the map it may be shown in 1 centimeter. Then the scale of the map is 1 centimeter is to 100 kilometer. So the scale of the map is 1 centimeter is to 100 kilometer. In such a way, the actual distance of 500 kilometer will be shown as 5 centimeters. 600 kilometer will be shown as 6 centimeters. And 50 kilometers, it will be shown as half centimeter. The scale of a map is often shown as the line with distance mark on it. the scale of 1 centimeter is to 100 kilometers is shown here in this way. You see the picture. And that is called linear scale. Each division in the bar is 1 centimeter measured on the map and indicate 100 kilometer. Did you know? Put tick mark. Now the next element, that is color. Different colors are used for to show features like oceans, seas, mountain and plains and deserts. Water bodies are shown in blue. Deep blue shows deep water, light blue shows shallow water. Mountains are shown in dark brown, the high mountain, and the lower mountain are shown in light brown. Yellow shows plateaus. Plain and lowlands are shown in green. So these are the different colors are used in the map to show different features. Again I am saying deep blue, deep water, light blue, shallow water. Dark brown, high mountain, light brown, lower mountain and hills. Yellow, plateau. And plains and lowlands are in green. The next element we will discuss now, that is symbol, which is very important also. To make it easier to show features and places on a map, certain standard symbols are used. For example, to show a church on a map, we just put a cross at that spot instead of writing the word church. So, what is a symbol? A symbol is a shape or sign that is used to represent something. Symbols make it easier to read and understand maps. So, symbols are very important element which is help us to read and understand maps. Once we are familiar with this, we can understand map very easily. Now you see the page number 11. I will show you the picture. You see that here is given the color. Different colors are used, symbols are used, all the elements are used. This is the picture of one school. Here you see directions given, the scale of map, the building, the grass, the color, everything is used. Now you see here is given some standard symbols which are used in map. See, and you learn by heart. Very important. These are the symbols. So children, I have finished the chapter. You will learn the filler from I now know. Underline some important words. There are 6 sentences are given. So underline the important words and read. And lesson 2 also you underline the read words, the sentences in the sentences given. The words to remember. In the first chapter also I told you, write define the term. Right there, define the term. It means you read the words and the full sentence. You have to write in question. Suppose it will come map. You have to write a representation of the earth drawn on a flat surface. Atlas, a book of maps. Like this you will read. Now we will discuss fill in the blanks, match the following, multiple choice question answer. And this is a book of map and Atlas. On a map, high mountains are shown in dark brown. Number 2, the ratio of distance on a map to actual distance is known as scale of a map. Number 3, on a map, high mountains are shown in dark brown. Number 4, on a map, the use of color blue shows water bodies. Number 5, shapes or signs used to represent features on a map are called symbol. Number 6, on a map drawn to a scale 1 centimeter is to 100 kilometers, a distance of 5 centimeters on the map means the actual distance of 500 kilometers. If north is at the top in a map, west is to the left. Match the following already given. You see and write down. Number 1, arrow marked N on a map north. Number 2, map scale. Number 3, plains green. Number 4, boundary between two countries. Number 5, breeze. Multiple choice. Number 1 answer, map of the world. Number 2, boundaries of countries, states and important cities. Number 3, answer 1 centimeter is to 1000 kilometer. Number 4, blue colors in a map always shows water bodies. Number 5, answer is B. Now I am going to discuss, answer the following question. You will see. Number 1 question. A globe is the most accurate way to represent the earth. However, we generally use a map rather than a globe to study the earth. Why is this? We generally use a map rather than a globe to study the earth because globes are very heavy to carry it. It doesn't show detail, information, etc. In the other hand, maps are very easy to carry. It shows detail, information about continents, countries, cities, neighborhood, etc. Number 2 question. A map of the earth will have arrows in shape and size of places shown on the map. Why is that so? Answer is, maps are drawn on a flat surface. A piece of paper cannot show the exact shape and size of the earth as it is flat, but the earth is spherical in shape. So, there are some errors in the shape and size of places shown on the map. Number 3. How is direction usually shown in maps? Direction is the most important element of a map. Usually, maps are drawn with north at the top. Most maps indicate north with an arrow mark N. If north is at the top, then south is at the bottom, east is to the right and west is to the left. Number 4. Question is, what do you understand by the term scale of a map? The scale of a map is the ratio between distance shown on the map and the actual distance on the ground. For example, the actual distance between two cities may be 100 km, but on the map it may be shown as 1 centimeter. Then the scale of a map is 1 centimeter is to 100 km. Now, question number 5. Which standard colors are used in map? Certain standard colors on a map are used for different purpose. These are water bodies are shown in blue, mountains and highlands are shown in brown and yellow. Third point, plains and lowlands are shown in green. Question number 6. What are symbols? A symbol is a shape or sign that is used to represent something. For example, to show a church, we can put a cross at that spot instead of writing church there. Thank you, children.